Open communications. These individuals are used to being on the web constantly. So open communications is sort of part and parcel to the way they think about information. And Goldman Sachs does a great job. They give you sort of the day in the life in the same way that the example we looked at before does, where they actually give you a day in the life of a particular partner and what it's like to be that partner and various other individuals throughout their career path. But one of the things we heard from the recruits that we talked to was, what's the work-life balance? What is it like to work in various partners in the group? And here we have an example of a partner who's, I think it's a picture of him riding to work in the morning with the garbage trucks out in New York. So it's got to be 5 a.m., 4 a.m. So it's not a rosy picture, but it's a realistic picture of what it's like to work there. So they don't want glossy, covered, we're going to take you out to dinner, you're going to play golf with clients. They want to know what the real deal is. They want open communication. They want it to be very transparent. They want it to be authentic. So within Goldman Sachs, you can then drill in on this, and you can sort of get a day in the life of this individual from a real perspective. One of the other things that we heard from recruits was that they said, don't be so choreographed. Remember, they're used to watching homemade videos on YouTube. To them, that's real communication. It's authentic. It's open communication. It's real time. So you don't always have to spend, $75,000 to create a video and have this high production system. You can tell your story in more compelling, more real time, less choreographed ways, sometimes less expensive ways, by just sort of being there real time. There's a lot of controversy about whether you use YouTube or you don't use YouTube. We'll talk about one firm that does that in a little bit. Allen & Overy has another interesting strategy on open communication. They have attorney blogs. Every lawyer in the firm wants a blog. They can have their own blog. It doesn't have to be about business or law firm stuff. Sometimes it's about personal things, but it's another way for the recruits to feel like they're having a dialogue or to sort of listen in to the personalities of the firm. It's, once again, blogs are another way to sort of provide that open communication. Adelshaw, this is one of the most innovative things I've ever seen. I think it's really interesting. They've created this thing called the Vox Box, which is over here on the left. That thing is actually portable. They take it to recruiting fairs with them. And the recruits, as they're coming through the process, they'll go in there and they'll ask them questions about what's important to you in a law firm that you're going to work with, and what's important to you about the process that you're going through. And they'll record those videos and play them on the website. So you can actually go out there and see real, genuine communication from their individuals that are looking at them as a potential firm that they want to work for someday. And they've really turned it into a marketing strategy for them by capturing that information and providing real communication about. And I think a lot of times the questions are, what do you think about the firm? What's most compelling about what the firm has to offer for you? So part of it's getting feedback directly from them about the firm and leveraging that from a marketing perspective to tell that story back out to their own peers. Paul Weiss has a great site where they've actually pulled in alumni quotes. So folks who've had a career at the firm, have left to go on and do other things, and now have come back, and as part of that recruiting section, have testimonials to what it was like to work at the firm, what they're doing now, and how the firm has helped them get to sort of advance in their career. So once again, just sort of open the communication at all levels with their peers, in this case with alumni, and so forth. We'll see some other examples of partners as well.